Cumbria Wildlife Trust Reserve at the south end of Walney Island in Cumbria is well known for gulls and for grey seals. History of bird protection goes back to 1804, when two local farmers protected the gulls and the terns as they were seen as beneficial. They ate the grubs in the fields. Until 1865, the Gullery at the north end of the island was larger than that at Southend, but the growth of Barrow led to a decline in numbers as people from Barrow would come over to the island and rob and disturb the nesting gulls. At Southend there were also problems with people landing on the west shore and stealing eggs to take them to markets in the Midlands, where plovers' eggs sold for threepence or fourpence each. Eggs were also taken by jackdaws and rats. In 1878, the Duke of Buccleuch bought the land at South Walney and employed a watcher during the breeding season. He also limited the number of visitors' permits that were allocated. In 1897, an order of protection for the birds on Walney was passed, due mainly to the work of the Barrow Field Naturalists Club. People were then fined £1 per egg or bird taken, and £1 for shooting or attempting to shoot or trap a bird. In 1951, South Walney became a site of special scientific interest due to the number of gulls and terns and the large colony of eider ducks, which is the most southerly colony of eider ducks in the country. In 1963, the land became a reserve. Richard Cavendish of Holker had bought the land in 1962, and with the help of the World Wildlife Fund, he created the reserve. The joint management was by the Lake District and Lancashire Naturalists Trusts. Professor Niko Tinbergen of the Animal Behaviour Research Group of Oxford University spent time at the reserve in the 1960s, looking at the behaviour of the birds. And he created a film and a book with Hugh Folkus called Signals for Survival. In the 1970s, the gull colony on South Walney was the largest in Europe, with about 41,000 pairs of lesser black-backed and herring gulls. The numbers there have declined since then, and particularly since the closure of the tip in the 1990s. In 2016 there were 3,000, and in 2021 there were 449 pairs. Between 2015 and 2020, no chicks fledged due to foxes and badgers. Apparently foxes did not reach the island to the 1990s, and badgers didn't get to the island until about 2014. A new fence has been erected to prevent the foxes and the badgers reaching the reserve. And for the first time in 2021, gulls fledged. The nature reserve is a wonderful place to go. It is quiet and tranquil. From the reserve you can see the hills and the fells of the Lake District as well as Peel Castle. There are a number of hides where you can go to watch the wide variety of birds and gulls that live in the reserve, and you can see the grey seals on the spit, particularly when the tide is